Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 8 tips to improve at Rainbow Six Siege regardless of your rank. So no matter if you're copper trying to get into silver for the very first time, or you're in plat and you want to push up all the way to champ, I hope that all of these tips and tricks will help you to reach your goals. Now with that being said, if you guys have any more tips for anyone else watching, leave them down in the comments, and without further ado, let's jump straight into the first one, and that is drone phase. Now the first thing I need to tell you guys is if you go on your phone during the drone phase, you are already setting yourself up for failure. Now what I recommend is for you to put your phone just out of arm's reach when you're playing and try not to touch it until the end of the entire game. Now the reason why this is so important is in the attacking drone phase you can actually see what operators are going to be played on the defensive team. On top of that, you're going to be able to locate where the bomb is, you're going to be able to get your drone into a position that helps you enter the objective, but more than anything it allows you to utilize that attacker repick. If you picked an operator that is getting hard countered by the enemy team, then you could use that attacker repick to switch off of someone and onto someone who's going to help the team. I'd argue that the game is slightly tilted towards the defensive team, but with attacker repick, if you use it correctly, you can swing that back in your favor. With that being said, we are going to move on into tip number 2, which is to practice to aim head height. Now this one is very self-explanatory. All you're going to want to do is when you're walking around the map and you've got your sights up and you're aiming at corners and stuff as you're walking around, you're going to want to try and program your mind to aim at head height, because if someone swings around that corner or you go around that corner and you see someone, you're going to want to try and get the headshot as fast as possible. In Rainbow Six Siege, even if you're coming up against opponents that are 10 times worse than you, if they hit headshot, luckily just before you do, you're going to lose that gunfight, and it could end up in you losing that round, which could even end up in you losing the entire match. I know for a fact it can be very frustrating when that happens, but it is also the reason why Rainbow Six Siege is such a unique game. I think the one-shot headshot mechanic is something that is good about the game. However, a lot of people may disagree. Now the problem with hitting headshots is that it's not always that easy, and one thing that will make it a lot easier for you is tip number 3, and that is your sensitivity. Now this is arguably one of the most important tips in the whole video, and that is to get the correct sensitivity for you. Now the best way to do this is probably by going into a game and flicking from one thing to another and then back to the same thing, and you're going to want to practice trying to flick directly onto it, and if you find yourself overshooting it or undershooting it, then you're going to want to adjust your sensitivity accordingly. On top of this, with the introduction of year 8, they have also added a feature where you can go into your advanced aiming sensitivity and you can turn up individual multipliers for each individual sight. So with 1.5 times sights or above, if you guys want to turn it down a little bit so you can have a little bit more accuracy, then that is exactly what you're going to want to do. Go into Rainbow Six Siege, spend about 20 minutes setting it up, and hopefully you will immediately notice the difference when you go into your next ranked game. Now next up then, tip number 4, and we have operators. Now when it comes to operators, you're going to want to have 2 or 3 operators on both attack and defense that you are extremely comfortable with and you don't mind playing or switching between them. Now with that being said, you want those operators to be helpful to your team, so make sure you're up to date with the meta in Siege, you know, which operators are good at the current season you are at, and you can do that by watching tier lists and stuff like that. I have my own tier list available on the channel, you can see that in the top right hand corner, but on top of that you can also search up individual tricks for specific operators like Valkyrie and stuff like that, so you can find unique little hiding spots for her cameras, and then you can take that single operator to the next level and use those camera spots to, you know, win yourself rounds. Moving on from operators then, and we are going into tip number 5, and that is to play the correct game mode. Now by that I don't mean go over to team deathmatch and play that because it's better for kills or something like that. What I mean is play ranked when you're looking to play competitively, and when you're playing with friends and you're not really taking the game too seriously, playing for fun rather than to win, then just go into quick match and enjoy playing the game. If you're someone who only plays ranked 24/7 and you keep playing and keep playing, you keep losing and keep losing, not only is your rank gonna absolutely tank, but you're probably going to get burnt out of the game very quickly, and you're not going to enjoy playing the game. Therefore, when you're playing with friends and you want to, just have fun while playing, go into quick play. And if you're playing to actually win and you want to do well and play competitively, then is when you go into ranked. This is a tip that I do all the time, which is why I very rarely play ranked, because I have to be in a specific type of mood to even think about playing ranked. However, if you are someone who loves playing ranked, you play ranked every single day, and you want to get better at ranked, the best way to single-handedly improve your rank is to learn from your deaths. Now, what this means is when you die, don't just get annoyed that someone's killed you and just go on your phone. When you die, you want to think about what actually caused you to die in that situation. Could your positioning have been better for that specific encounter? Could you have been playing a better operator to get the most out of that situation? Or could you have maybe droned a little bit longer to find more information before pushing that specific route? If you find that playing specific operators or going specific routes on maps gets you killed more often than not, then don't play that operator anymore. Try play someone who's going to get you, more kills and stop you from dying as often. And if you're dying on specific areas of the map, go a different way. Go somewhere where you feel like you're going to be more comfortable. Go somewhere where you feel like you're not going to get killed every single time, and hopefully you will see your rank improve. Now, this is something that I definitely do. On defense, Echo and Smoke are considered some of the best operators to play, but whenever I play them, I never contribute much to the team. I never really get any kills. I never really use their gadgets properly. So instead of actually playing them, taking them off someone else who probably can do a better job on them as I can, I just leave them. I just play someone who I'm more comfortable with and someone who I think I'm going to help the team as. And the only way you're going to learn who you're good at is by playing the game, playing new people, and, having fun while doing it. Now, with that being said, tip number 7 is to actually ignore your rank and to ignore your KD ratio, because those two things don't really mean much in Rainbow Six Siege, to be honest, especially now in Rank 2.0. In Rank 2.0, your MMR is actually a hidden value now, so no matter what rank you are, you're going to be playing in a specific elo of players, and you're going to be playing against them no matter what rank you're in. So even if you're overachieving or underachieving in your rank, you're still going to be playing against the players that you should be playing against. Similarly, your KD, if you're getting lots and lots of kills, but your team still seem to be losing the round after round for you, it's probably because you're going off and you're not actually helping your team defend the site, or you're not actually helping your team open up a reinforced wall or push into objective properly. When you play Siege, you're not only playing for yourself, but you're playing for your team. So keep that in mind when you're playing your next ranked game. And my final tip of the video is tip number 8, and that is to enjoy the game. Regardless of your rank, regardless of your operator or how well you do, how good you are, if you're playing with friends or if you're not playing with friends, the only thing that really matters at the end of the day is if you are enjoying the game. And if you're enjoying the game, you're going to be playing at your best. If you're not having fun, you're just going to be forcing yourself to play bad. Maybe you're going to be making bad decisions if you're not enjoying the game. So if you're not enjoying the game, then skip over that game. Maybe stop playing, maybe switch over to a different game and come back to it a bit later. And with that being said, guys, that is my 8 tips to improve at Rainbow Six Siege. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my tips. Once again, if you have any other tips that you want to give anyone else watching this video, then go down into the comments and comment it. If you're looking for anyone else to play with, then also leave your gamer tag in the comments, and hopefully people can find you and add you and play with you in the game as well. Now on screen you should be seeing another one of my YouTube videos. Click it if you feel like it, don't if you don't, and without further ado, guys, I will see you in the next one. See you later.